What is up, tit fuckers? This is your host, Optimus Christ, and you are tuning in to another goddamn stream. Hey! And on cue, that short Mexican comes in like a fucking raging bulldozer. Yes, I was first this time because I was testing out a new feature. You're gonna check the stream. Now the chat box is going to pop up. Um, Matter of fact, let me adjust that to where it's not going to get in the way of those icons. Yeah, try to beat them. So we're gonna mix it up a bit tonight. Today's gonna be a relaxing night or a relaxing stream. We're going to build a prison that houses all sorts of feminists. Yes, I intentionally chose the female population just to make a point. And here I am joined by with one of my buddies, Immortal.
Yeah, what's up, guys? Thanks for having me on the stream, Optimus.
Not a problem. And no, Jax, you're not out of a job. It's just when shit tons of people come into the stream, I can't exactly talk about the game. So tonight is a relaxing night. Just sit back, enjoy, bring popcorn, have a fap, you know, masturbate furiously, and then we'll get into it. So this game is called Prison Architect. Okay, now with Prison Architect, you are the architect of a prison, of course, by, you know, game definition. The fucking title says so. Now, what kind of prison do you want to build? Well, that's completely up to you. With me, I have figured out the way to do a modular system to where it houses four criminals and they never need to leave their cubes, sort of like, yeah, prisons do turn you on. Um, see, we already got Jax here. He's like, prisons turned me on already.
Huh, shit.
So, with this, see, if up here we have the supply truck with the workmen, and so since this is casual, I turned on unlimited funds, which means I can pretty much buy whatever the fuck I want. Um, so while I am fucking up the forests, Mortal, introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh, God. I guess anyone who doesn't know, I guess I can more talk about since we're being broadcast through YouTube, pretty much how I got onto there. I started out, I was motivated to make MGTOW videos at first. Then I stopped that, stopped being, MGTOW for the most part. And now I just focus on doing fun stuff, which is just to showcase short clips from my favorite show and also do some parodies about them. So as
Nice.
far
And
as YouTube goes, that's pretty much it.
nice. And what is your favorite show? Just for the people that don't know.
Oh well, as far as animated shows go, Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. Obviously, it's not the only anime I watch. One Punch Man is good. Hellsing Ultimate is good. Recently, Attack on Titan has been very, very good. I'm very much looking forward to season two. As far as anime goes, Dragon Ball Z is at the top, but I also am a fan of those other shows that I mentioned.
Nice. And you know, what's your what if you were put on the spot, what would you say immediately? Like if someone asked you an awkward question and you had to diffuse a situation or completely deflect it, what would you say?
If I was, well, repeat the question.
So, say I ask you a question that puts you on the spot and it requires for an overly sarcastic answer. What would you say?
I'm not good at sarcasm.
Seems like you're pro to me. You just said it right there. I'm not good with sarcasm, asshole.
It's, I don't know. Recently, I've been rather humorless, so I guess that's if people watching want humor, Optimus, that's your job because it's not going to come from me.
My only humor is sarcasm, but in today's society, it's kind of like a given. Jack says, "Have you seen DB Super yet, Immortal?"
Oh yeah, and it's there's a reason I didn't mention it. It's because it fucking sucks.
All right, tell us why.
Let's see. Really shitty writing. The art and animation has really been off since the first episode. Um, and people will point to short little glimmers of where the animation has been good, but and I would just say decent. And everyone asks why I have such a problem with it. It's because I insist on comparing it because if it wants to be considered as part of the Dragon Ball franchise, then that means it is fair game to compare to the first two series. And when I do that, I see just how shitty this show is. Because those previous two series, they had award-winning music, a director who was talented, um, the artwork was good, the characters were on model, the animation was on point for the most part. The story, especially in Dragon Ball, I'll say DBZ, it did get a little out of control. Dragon Ball had a much better story. Um, the characterizations and how Goku on his many adventures oftentimes ended up making friends out of his enemies. It was just a really, really great adventure story and a really great adventurous show. And in Super, there's none of that. It is just the laziest, most uninspired bullshit I've ever watched. And right now, they're like in fan service mode. Like, instead of focusing on writing a good, competent story, it seems like they're more interested on just like caving into what fans want. They'll shoehorn one character in after another for no fucking reason other than, oh well, the fans think this is cool, so we'll just like for every nonsensical reason, we'll just throw that character in there and come up with some bullshit excuses to why they're there. Like Vegito, for instance, what made Vegito great in DBZ was the fact that was the sacrifice that was involved to create that character. Goku and Vegeta knew that when we fuse, we can never separate again. So in a way, and you're looking at Vegeta, a guy whose pride is just it's unfathomably high, and yet here is a guy when faced with a crisis was able to swallow his pride to the point where he said, "I don't care if I cease to exist for eternity. Let's fuse." So that's what made Vegito great was the sacrifice that was involved for that to give birth to that character. And what it cost those two individuals, Goku and Vegeta, to become that person. Then in Super, they conveniently decide to give Vegito a time limit. Like, oh no, it's okay. If you're not Supreme Kai when you wear the Batara, you defuse after an hour.
Okay, so for someone like me who is not well versed in the DBZ universe, um, go ahead and let me and the other viewers know. By the way, Jax has been typing. Jax, Immortal can't see the YouTube chat, so I'm gonna go ahead and read when it's relevant. So when you said that it was retarded, he's like, "Yeah, it's retarded as fuck." And then when you started discussing the swallowing the pride and the whole storyline on how DBZ in contrast to Super, he agreed with you 100%. So for those of us that aren't well versed in Dragon Ball Z, tell us how Vegito, like what conditions Vegito was actually created.
Under what conditions? Okay.
Yes.
Pretty much Goku and Vegeta were faced with an opponent that it was impossible for either of them to defeat them either as individuals or by fighting together. And Goku had been told prior to giving the earrings that, when you merge with whoever you're going to merge with, your power is going to be multiplied several times over. And that's why fusing is far more beneficial than fighting as two separate people. And so after fighting feudally together and not going anywhere, Goku's like, look, and Vegeta's at one point is like, you know what? If I have to fight solo and die again, then I don't give a shit. I'm just gonna die solo. And Goku's like, how stupid can you be? He's like, because if you die and that takes fusion completely off the table, everybody dies. And then he has to remind him, he goes, Vegeta, while you've been dead, this guy that you're fighting has killed your entire family. He's killed all of our friends. And if we fail right now, the Earth is doomed to destruction. And God knows what else he's going to destroy if he gets loose. So he's like, either you're okay with that, or you can suck it up and fuse with someone that I know you hate, whose guts you absolutely hate. He's like, or you can fuse with me and you can stop this shit. You can avenge everything that's happened. Right? And what was even more interesting is when Vegeta said, he always calls Goku by saying to me, Kakarot, if we fuse, is there any guarantee that we'll beat him? And despite Goku actually admitting, I don't know, he's like, but it's better than what we're doing right now. So Vegeta agrees to throw his life away forever, and he doesn't even know if it will work.
That's a leap of faith right there.
Exactly. And to take that leap with someone that he absolutely hates, knowing that his life will be gone forever, like, that is a fucking sacrifice. That's what makes the birth of Vegeta such a powerful moment. The fact that the pride of both these individuals, Goku and Vegeta, saying, we are going to throw our individual lives away and give up who we are for the greater good of defeating this guy. I mean, it was an incredible character moment for both of them. And to make Vegito now a character with a time limit, to become a character of convenience that lacks that sacrifice that defined Vegito, it was an insult to one of the greatest moments in the DBZ series. It really was. Oh no! Now that he has a time limit, Vegito can just show up whenever the fuck he wants. All they have to do is just put some earrings on. Okay, now we'll be super powerful for an hour, then we'll separate and go our separate ways. Yeah, Fusion was fun, wasn't it? I mean, it was ridiculous. It was ridiculously bad. And then even worse, if you want to talk about something that, and I'm sure anyone who's watching Super understands what I'm about to say, but there's this tournament that Goku is responsible for, and
Isn't it the Cell tournament?
no, this was in the new series. This is in the new series that's out right now. It's the Tournament of Power, I think is what it's called. And Beerus, the God of Destruction, warns Goku because Goku keeps palling around with Zeno, Zeno-chan, which is he's like the supreme being of every universe, and he's so powerful that he could, in an instant, wipe out everything without a trace. That's how powerful this guy is. So, but Goku thinks he and this guy are buddies, and Beerus keeps warning me. He goes, Zeno seems innocent and naive. He goes, but if you piss this guy off, he will obliterate you and everything. He's like, don't fuck with this guy. Like, you're not friends with him. Just leave him alone. Because if you anger him, there will be no way to undo what he does. And Goku doesn't fucking care. He's like, hey, Zeno, how about you establish a tournament where I get to fight all the strongest people from all 12 universes that are out there? And this fucking idiot, what he doesn't understand is when he's told, like, look, the rule is if this tournament takes place, whatever universe loses, everyone in that universe will be, wiped from existence by Zeno. That's what he'll do. So it's like, Goku, if you and your universe loses, you'll be wiped out. Now, if you defeat an opponent, their universe will be wiped out. And when Goku receives this news, which I guarantee you, like, the Goku from Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z would have never, ever gone through with it. And even if he heard the ramifications of this, I mean, he would have done everything in his power to try and convince the person to not do it. Or say, hey, I'm not going to participate if this is the cost. But when he gets this news in Super, he's like, oh, okay, well, I guess I'm just going to have to train really hard and beat everybody. When that happened, I'm like, they just completely fucked up the character.
Jack says, like, Goku, killer of 11 universes.
okay, you get what I'm saying, because one defining character trait of Goku, he's always enjoyed a good fight, but never at the expense of non-combatants. In fact, that's probably one of the very little ways you can piss Goku off is if you start killing people that are weaker than you. Because for him, he's like, if you're a strong person, you only fight other strong people. You don't start killing people who are weaker than you for no fucking reason, or who
Right.
aren't involved in the fight. And so whenever somebody starts doing that, that's one way to get Goku completely peeved off, right? So what I don't understand is how Goku can make a decision, how he can even fight and defeat somebody, knowing that the result of his match, if he wins, a bunch of weak people who have nothing to do with the fight will be killed. And he knows this now. He knows this now. So he's like, you know what? If I beat this person, a bunch of innocent people die. And it's like when he's faced with this news, it's like he does not care. And I'm like, no way in hell would the Goku from Dragon Ball Z ever react like that. He would never react like that. I mean, he would have gone to Zeno or something. If this is the character that we all know, he would have gone to Zeno and be like, whoa, 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 Zeno, hold on. This is just a tournament. Why can't this be between fighters? Like, hey, whoever loses, loses, and that's the end of the bout. And then the winner gets to move on. You know, like he should at least have raised some objection of some sort and be like, look, this is wrong, because that's in his character. But what they're doing with him now, just to be like, oh, I'm totally okay with the losing universe being obliterated. That's a fucked up way of thinking. And like the joke's going around right now where it's like, the villain of the series right now is fucking Goku at this point. Because it's funny. It's funny. A god of destruction is, a character who you would think would revel in the destruction of people, has more compassion and empathy for these universes being destroyed than Goku does. Like, isn't
Right.
that amazing? That the god of destruction is more horrified at the prospect of this destruction than someone whose job it's not, whose job it not even is. I mean, I don't even know how else to put it. It's ridiculous. It's a good character building moment for Beerus to see a god of destruction be like, look, do you have no value or regard for life? It's amazing to hear a god of destruction say that, but for him to be having this conversation with a character like Goku, a character who should more than understand where he's coming from, is ridiculous.
Right. So I do know a little about it, but I mean we're talking like original series. So
Well,
I when it comes to terms of like Goku and the morality factor, yeah, I completely get that. And so you're telling me now that he's like, oh well, fuck it, I'll just train hard.
yeah, it's like he doesn't care about what he's just done. It's like, Goku, because of your actions, because of your actions, a tournament has now been created in which the losers, their entire universes will be obliterated.
Right.
And his response is like, oh well, too bad. I'll just have to make sure I win so that my universe doesn't get destroyed. In fact, in many other movies and in moments of the show, Goku was never, just, oh, I just care about Earth and stuff. In fact, he confronted Broly in one of the movies because Broly destroyed the entire Southern Galaxy. And Goku was mad about that. He goes, hey, you were the one who destroyed the South Galaxy, weren't you? I mean, Goku wasn't happy with that. He was
Right.
like, what the fuck's the matter with you? What are you going around killing people for? Right? Because again, he's like, hey, if you're a strong person, why can't you fight just strong people? Because that's how he thinks. He's like, why do you have to go around and kill weaklings? Like, what's the matter with you? So he was never one to just to have zero regard for universes that weren't his own. So I don't know why they're getting off by writing him like this, because it's a real insult to the Goku that I and many other people are fans of from the original series, because that Goku is gone. What they've done here, it's like, I don't know who this imposter is in this Goku looking body, because it's not that adventurous, fun-loving boy that we grew up with in Dragon Ball.
You
Like,
know,
that character's gone now.
I think you and Jack should talk more about Dragon Ball Z as well. Would you mind him coming into the hangout?
No, not at all.
There we go. I sent him a link.
Well, I
And
hope I hope talking about it isn't interrupting your gameplay. If you
no,
need to
not at
shut
all.
up at
No, no,
any
no, no,
time,
no. This is casual game. Like I
yeah.
can build this in my sleep, so it is not a big problem. It's just a matter of clearing the map of all the forestry.
Well, it's a hell of a light show out here right now. Lightning everywhere.
Lightning.
What was that?
You said lightning?
Oh yeah,
Oh, nice.
no, give it actually.
Hello.
Whoa, this is Jax.
Oh
Hi.
yeah, yeah. I recognize you by your avatar now. Yeah, because I think you were. I was listening into one stream where you were pretty much asking the question if the Empire was technically evil or not. So yeah,
Yeah, that was me.
yeah. That
Actually,
was.
that was actually a really fun conversation. We were.
I know. I caught segments of it. I was like, well, that's one I wish I could get in on, but it was fun to listen to.
I'm glad it was fun to listen on because we talk a lot about you know different types of subjects on here, and to be honest, the whole like current event stuff is starting to irritate me. Like it's a video game stream. Let's talk about fucking video games or anime. I like Bleach. I don't give a fuck who knows it. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
I like Bleach too. I have it during dinner.
Oh, but
And yet you're still alive.
yeah,
Somehow.
like I'm seriously cautious about what I say on the stream because anyone will believe anything. Like if you tell them bleach has been proven to kill the chromosomes in a DNA that causes stupidity, which is technically true,
It kills all of the chromosomes in the body.
then they'll go and be like, "Oh, well, I'll go ahead and take it," and then they die, and it's like, well, technically it's true because you were stupid, did it.
Technically is the best word in the human language.
So more about Dragon Ball Z because I am not up to date on any of the new stuff. I've seen like clips, that you've uploaded, Immortal, but sometimes they don't make sense to me. I'm like, I need context.
Well, it's why I put stuff in a playlist in chronological order.
Mm.
So if you actually dig up a playlist, it'll make more sense if you say start from the beginning of one and work your way down. Then you'll be like, oh, that's what's happening.
So
Now,
does
how do
it?
you do that without copyright coming after us?
He doesn't monetize it.
Oh, they only okay, I didn't know they.
Yeah, I don't even try that shit because it's not mine. I know that. I don't even bother with that. So for me, all I want to be able to do is just to show it freely. And doing for my own enjoyment, for the enjoyment of anyone who are fans of the show in Japanese. And I just enjoy it for that reason. It's a hobby. I make my money with my job. I don't need I don't do that from YouTube, so that's
Yeah.
it's just a hobby. So yeah, I don't need the money, and it's just Toei can rake in all the ad revenue they want from it, because if that's what allows my channel and these clips to stay up, then that's fine. That's fine. I don't need the money. It's their show. They deserve the revenue for it.
I just thought that YouTube took it down like regardless if it was monetized or not.
I thought so too, and then I had a fan actually use I think it was Social Blade
Mm-hmm.
to show just how much revenue Toei might be making from my channel,
Uh-huh.
and they speculated it might be anywhere from between 35,000 a year to over 400K.
So why don't they just like? Isn't there a way to flag a video to where like if they're viewing it from you, then Toei gets the money?
What do you mean? What,
No, the
Like
ad revenue, like
I
the
know you
ads
know.
that pop up.
Yeah.
yeah, the money's going to them regardless. Why would they flag it?
No, I thought
Well,
I mean,
the thing is, a lot of DBZ fans, okay, they don't want to risk having the channel taken down. So if someone were to report it, then yeah, they would investigate it and see a copyright strike or whatever. And that short Mexican just said, "I just farted for like 3 seconds
I
straight."
saw it.
So, but the thing is, someone could report it, but Dragon Ball Z fans who actually enjoy the channel, I mean, have you seen Immortal's channel? I mean, I can only I'm jealous about how many followers he has, like how many subs he has.
I have not actually.
And I will admit I am jealous. But I mean, that's for Dragon Ball Z. They're not going to risk having the channel taken down by reporting a video because they want to keep seeing the videos.
Right.
Well, what do you mean? So, like, are you talking about haters? Haters deliberately flagging a video?
Oh
No,
yeah. Well, I mean, it's like okay, so your fan base is people who consistently watch the videos, right?
Yeah.
Now, Dragon Ball Z fans are only going to be inviting Dragon Ball Z fans, right? Now, if someone were to come along and just happen to notice your channel, be like, "Oh, that's copyright. Hey, 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 I'm a social justice warrior. I'm gonna report it." Then yeah, YouTube could very well investigate it. But the moment that they see
Well,
this not
here's the
monetized,
problem. Well, here's the problem. How can someone who is not the copyright owner have a copyright strike issued for content that does not belong to them in the first place?
they could get you for
Oh,
community guidelines.
what community guidelines am I violating?
I have not read upon
Copyrighted.
those.
There's probably a rule on there against copyright infringement, whether it's the company saying it's a copyright infringement or it just being an infringement, since you don't have authorization from Toei.
But the thing is, it's not monetized, so it's not like he's making money off of it. The moment YouTube sees that, it's like, oh well, he's not making money off of it. He's not causing anyone harm. 9 times out of 10, they're not
See,
going to do anything.
my only thought is this: it's like there's no way in hell that Toei does not know my channel exists.
Right.
They have to know that it exists, and so I have a feeling if they were gonna act on it, they would have deleted me eons ago because I have had copyright strikes for uploading some clips from recent movies, which I have since deleted. Because it seems to me like the newer stuff, they like people who upload Super, they get deleted. People who upload stuff from the recent movies, they get deleted.
Okay.
Because for them, it's like, Toei can still rake in a lot of revenue from DVD sales and all this other stuff. But Dragon Ball Z have been out for so long. They've been out for so long that I think at
True.
this point they're like, look,
We've
they,
made
they
all we
might
can
have,
make from it.
yeah, they seem to be like, okay, people primarily are watching this stuff now on YouTube. So let's just use YouTube to make money off of off of these series that way, because that's where people want to watch it. So, and I think it's just, a changing of the times. I think most people, I think if they're smart, they realize, look, if someone wants to display it, fine, as long as we make the money off of it because it's ours. Why the fuck are we going to raise a shitstorm about it?
Right.
Right.
So as long as they're getting the revenue, I don't see why they care. And it's in another way, they're getting free promotions.
True.
It's
True.
like,
True.
look, see, it's like I'm going out there and reminding people how great this series was and reinvigorating interest in it. And that may get people to buy some of the shit because I don't show the whole show. So it's not like it's. See, I would understand. I bet Toei would have struck my ass down a long time ago if I were uploading entire episodes. But
Okay,
the
so you're
fact
just
that I'm only,
up here then.
yeah, exactly. So I'm not showing the whole show, so people could see this and be like, oh, you know what? I want to like see the entire episode or watch the entire show in its entirety to see what I'm missing. And what are they going to do? They're going to go buy the shit for that. So again, it's like I'm not only making them money, I'm promoting their material. So as long as that's going on and I'm not making a cent off of it, I don't see why they would have a problem with it.
Okay.
But again, when someone brought up Social Blade and how much revenue they were actually possibly making from it, I was like, well, I think that's why I still exist.
So that short Mexican says, Optimus, do you have a blonde curly hair like a white afro? I don't know, that's just how I picture you. No, as a matter of fact, I am
He's
Irish.
Aren't you bald?
I do shave my head, yes. And Tristan is in here too. He says
Oh
it's not
God.
prison rape if you drop the soap on purpose, in reference to Prison Architect.
Oh,
Oh,
Tristan. Check out his channel. It's not on YouTube. You're gonna have to.
check out Tristan's channel. It's xhamster.com/ yeah.
It's actually, yeah. Just playing it.
Hey, Jax, what's your opinion on Super? Because I've obviously made mine pretty loud and clear. So
Oh no, I fully agree with you. Super is dismantling what we thought of when we thought of Goku. Goku was always, sticking up for the little guy, and he was, yeah, he wanted to fight, but like you said, he wouldn't fight if it meant killing more billion. This is going to be totaling billions of deaths if Goku wins, and even if he loses, we still have the 7 billion deaths. Goku, this isn't Goku anymore. This is some crazy fight obsessed lunatic.
well, I forget what it is, but or the exact term, but someone used it beautifully when they were explaining that what's going on is they're taking like one trait of a character and they're blowing it way out of
Flandersizing it.
proportion.
They're Flandersizing it.
Exactly. At the expense of all of his other character traits, they're only choosing to focus on this one and over exaggerating it. So
Did I hear Flanders? Dang doodly.
Yep, that's where it comes from. Because Flanders, he was Homer's Christian neighbor, and he would do the ding dang dooley things. But over the years, that's just been exclusively what he is. He hasn't had anything else. Like before, he would still have his funny bits that weren't about religion or whatever. But now, as the time has progressed, that's all he does. Such as Goku with his fighting nowadays.
so
yeah, so
so just for clarification, I'm an Irish guy that if I shave my head, I have a goatee. I always have a goatee. This is unchanging. This is the only thing that is unchanging on me. I could have a full beard, but I will never completely shave my face. If anything, I look like a pissed off biker.
That's actually the vibe I got when I saw your picture for the first time.
Yeah. So that's just for clarification. I think I just rocked that short Mexican's world.
Yeah, I always go back to Dragon Ball Z just because when I was young, my mom would go to the nail salon or the tanning salon or wherever I don't remember. She would go to some salon, but I would always get Whataburger, and Dragon Ball would always be on, I think, Nick at the time. And
wait,
I
really,
would,
Nick? I don't. Wow, I don't.
maybe it was Nick. I don't know. It was always on, but I'd like to say it was on Nickelodeon.
You know what? You might have been. You might be talking about Dragon Ball Kai. Because I
Maybe.
mean, I was watching the show when it first
Which
came out to
which one is
America.
which one is the one that like Goku's like a little kid?
That's
Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball.
Wait, so Dragon Ball is a prequel to Dragon Ball Z?
Yes, and it's
But
definitely the
they
superior of the two.
okay, obviously I have some watching to do. Obviously, I'm gonna. You know what? I want to be part of the cool
You did
kids
not
club.
just.
I want to
I'm
be.
gonna give you shit for that question. What, Dragon Ball's the prequel to Z?
I got some watching to do. I want to be part of the cool kids club now.
Yeah, right.
We're so
Yeah.
cool. We're so cool. We spell it all with K's.
Oh God,
Jeez.
don't no. Okay, you just give me your man card. Um,
Oh.
but no, it's no. Obviously, I have some watching to do. Like I said, I'm not well versed in the Dragon Ball slash Z slash Kai slash Monohaku universe.
GT.
GT,
Oh God,
yeah.
don't it not that one series that's not worth mentioning.
So I'll tell you what, I'm gonna pirate everything, and then be like, and then be like, oh, I'm gonna go ahead and crunch this through. You know what? I'm taking my vacation in March, so I
Hell
got
yeah.
7 glorious days of watching nothing but Dragon Ball. Insert suffix here.
uh,
Hey, remember, you got to get the best possible quality version of the show. So get Dragon Box, all right?
Dragon Box. Yeah, shoot me a link when we're done with this, and then
All right.
that way I can be like, yeah, okay, here we go.
Yep. Exactly.
And look, I'm building my prison like America's being built, consistently in debt.
Yeah, but I thought you had unlimited funds.
I do. Doesn't stop me from being in a hole though.
How?
up
it's
at the
America, dude.
up at the top, it has bank balance negative $300,057, and each day I have another debt accrued of negative 3,300.
Oh God, man.
And that's just because I hired a shit ton of workmen or like a workers just to build this clusterfuck of a giant building.
Are you having a bunch of Mexicans build a wall?
Now they're building floor walls and floors and ceilings. Shit.
Hasn't Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 been out forever?
You think? Well, that's the thing. If you actually Google Optimus Christ, you will see my actual picture.
Really?
Hmm.
You mean your that face shot that you used to have?
Yep.
I wouldn't leave that out there for people to see.
Um.
Think he gives a
What?
fuck?
What are they gonna do? Oh, he's a Nazi. He's an Irish Nazi who looks like a pissed off biker. I bet he's in the biker game. Yeah, yeah. The very first video on What Is MGTOW. Yes, that is me. That is indeed me.
I guess I have to go to an image search. Yeah, we're
The way that I figure it is that if people like my information's already out there,
Yeah.
nobody's going to do anything that's going to hurt me. Why? Because I'm
oh
smarter than
oh
them.
there yeah there okay there it is. It's
Yep.
kind of about halfway down.
Yeah.
I do
Be-
Yeah.
like the one where it's actually
Yeah,
yeah.
Optimus is a MGTOW there, short Mexican.
Yeah. And because I am smarter than a lot of people who want to just like dox people. And not to mention that they can't dox me if my information's already out there. If you Google interracial beta cuck, you find Steve Shives. That's funny. Um, but no, not to mention that if they actually try to do something that slandered my name, they really have no idea what they're getting themselves into. I'm just gonna say that right now. Because retaliation is a bitch.
right. Here, Optimus, I want you to look out in the the chat box. I'm gonna send you something.
Which chat box? I have like 6 of them open.
The G Plus one
Okay.
for our hangout.
So I searched interracial beta cuck, and
You see
I'm
it?
not getting any Steve Shives.
I do not see it. Oh, hold on. Oh, you did a picture of me. I'm flattered.
That's a pretty good one. Oh my god.
that is. I don't even know if I should be using this word. That is edgy as fuck.
What's
Okay,
edgy?
now that picture. Now I need to like wash my mouth out with bleach. Um,
All right, so Optimus, you are a mix between Samuel L. Jackson for his badassness, Will Ferrell for being funny, and or Van Diesel, as he's saying,
Vin
because
Diesel.
you're
And
bald.
this all.
Oh, I know he meant Vin Diesel. I just couldn't resist that one.
Yeah.
Because I'm bald. Wasn't
Van
Samuel L.
Diesel.
Jackson bald as well in most of his movies?
He wasn't in Pulp Fiction.
No, but when he did the whole Avengers thing in Iron Man, he was bald
Well,
then.
yeah. Nick Fury, yeah, he was. But he hasn't been bald in all of his movies.
No, not all, but I mean let's face it, Pulp Fiction. Most millennials aren't going to remember that. They're going to remember Samuel
Hey,
L. Jackson for like
Shame, hey, I
hey,
remember it just fine.
millennials
that
born on or after 1990.
I was
Oh
born in
fuck, I'm an '80s
'98.
baby. Ah shit.
I was born in '98 actually, and
Oh, you're a young fuck.
I am a young fuck. Yeah. Um, but no, Pulp Fiction. I saw it. I kind of had to sneak watch it because my dad was being weird. And that's probably one of my favorite fucking movies.
Okay, hey, what? Hey, what was the
Jesus Christ.
what was the joke of Christopher Walken's character? What did he hide up his ass for all those years?
A pocket
Was it a
watch.
watch? A
It was a
pocket
pocket
watch.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Has that been proven to be true?
It's a
Yeah.
fictional movie.
Oh.
That was a scene from Pulp Fiction.
Oh,
Optimus.
okay.
I
Oh,
had to shove
shit
this in my
balls.
ass every day. Every time the guards would look, your father died actually.
Look, it needs more cowbell. Um,
Uh,
there was a meme going around. I believe it was 2009, 2010, where it's like Jeff Goldblum, like someone printed out a picture and plastered it on a toilet, and it says Jeff Goldblum
Yeah,
is watching you
Jeff
poop.
watching you poop.
And
Yeah.
then someone was like, "No, fuck that. We can outdo that." And it's like Christopher Walken is watching you pee.
I
Okay.
think the best thing I saw was someone put a sign that said Walken's welcome, but they put like a picture of Christopher Walken on it.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh shit. You know what I need to include in a video if I'm ever doing something that's argumentative?
What's
Like
that?
I need to have a clip of somebody saying something, and I need to edit in that scene from Jurassic Park where Jeff Goldblum walks up and he's like, "Now that is one big pile of shit."
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to use that clip for something. I don't know what yet, but I'm saving that for a special occasion.
Let's watch as the room magically. Yeah, here we go. Bam. Oh, that's a beautiful graphic right there. I don't care who you are. Oh, that was beautiful. Rushing now. And by rushing, I mean quickly moving around, not Nazism. Don't say I'm a Nazi lover. Let's see here. Okay, so more Dragon Ball Z. School me on the ways of Dragon Ball.
Which one?
Oh,
Yes. And by yes, I mean all.
Oh man, well, where to begin? I know. I'm sorry, man, but everyone who gives me shit for not liking Super, they always point to the Goku Black arc. I'm like, no, you don't get to point to that and be like, "Are you impressed?" No, I'm not. I'm not. That
now
arc made so many stupid fucking decisions regarding Trunks, regarding the Mafuba, regarding Vegito. Uh,
now I stopped
I don't know.
watching Super. Like, what happened with Black Goku?
It's not. It's not even
Wait,
talking
whoa, whoa,
like
whoa, 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 whoa! Black Goku.
No, he's wearing black, and he's a bad guy. He's not
the
like
Black
Oh,
Goku is
fuck.
not black skin, dude. No, no.
You almost scared me there for a moment.
Okay, no.
I would have been I would have had to been like, fuck this shit, I'm out.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, his name's Goku Black, but he has pink hair. Get over that one.
Oh, so like
The-
every football jockey in high school these days, right?
I don't know. It's just so fucking dumb. It's unbelievably stupid.
Hey, my little slave is in the YouTube chats.
A very.
So then, okay, so for someone like me who doesn't know about the universe, what in chronological order, what would be like the series of Dragon Balls slash insert suffix here?
Jax, you want to take that?
I missed the question. What did he say?
And
Are you asking what you should watch first?
So
well,
you definitely
in
should-
chronological order, story wise. What if
One second.
if I'm just fresh off the conveyor belt, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna watch Goku. What do I watch first? I want to start at the beginning of the story. What
So
would
the
that
original
be?
Dragon Ball, like not Z, just Dragon Ball would be the best place to start.
The original Dragon Ball,
Yeah,
and
start
then
there, and then Z, I would say.
And if you go through both of those series in their entirety, Optimus, and then you tried watching Super, you would understand why I'm saying the shit that I'm saying. And you'd understand, like, oh my god, he's making sense. Because when you hold Super against those other two series, you realize just how much of a pile of shit it is.
Now I don't remember GT and Kai that well, so I don't.
Kai is okay. All Kai is they edited the series to follow the manga, so they cut out all the filler. That's all it is. It's not like a brand new fucking show. It's not. It's the same story. They just cut out the filler.
Oh,
That's all they did. It was another cash grab in a way. So instead of being like, hey, you could all you have to do is read the manga if you don't want to deal with filler. They're like, no, we'll re-release the anime without the filler. So it was just another way of making more money and I guess to stoke more interest in the show again. So that's all it was.
okay.
But Kai is not a new show at all.
And what was GT? Like I don't remember GT well either.
Yeah, well, it's you're not missing much, believe me.
Okay.
It's really stupid. It was, Super is replacing GT right now because GT was the story that took place after Goku met with Oob at the end of Z.
Mm-hmm.
GT was supposed to show what happened after that, but GT was shit. So now, what Super is doing, Super is supposedly showing the story between when Kid Buu dies and when Oob shows up. So all those years between the death of Kid Buu to where Oob shows up at that final tournament That's what Super allegedly is dealing with.
Okay.
So yeah,
I'm just like, who did what with
which is
how
kind of
many
is it is
cookies?
doesn't that make the Universal Survival arc have like no fucking tension
There's no
whatsoever?
point.
Exactly, because if this takes place before the end of Z, then all of us already know how it's going to end. Universe 7's not going to get destroyed because Goku's still there, Oob is there, everyone's there. So it's like, guess what? We know how that fucking tournament's going to turn out. So,
Why even have it?
exactly, you get what I'm saying? Like, this is how stupid this is.
I mean, keep in mind you do go into a show with main characters, and you kind of already assume like, all right, well, if they're doing this, they're gonna fucking win in the end. But at least there's always that chance at the end that no, they're not going to succeed. But
Well,
with
and
this show, it's
and what Toriyama used to do in the past, he's kind of an asshole, but I kind of appreciate him for not just doing fan service, because this is a guy where he kind of gets the pulse of what fans want, and then he ends up doing the opposite on purpose,
nice.
just to fuck with everybody, right? So
I
just
can
when
appreciate
everyone's expecting, oh, Goku's gonna win, like maybe they're reading Cell and they're like, Goku's gonna defeat Cell. Not only does Goku not defeat Cell, but he ends up dying, and after he dies, he tells everybody, "I want to stay dead."
that.
You
I
know,
can feel this guy. This guy's great.
so it's kind of like, um, so he has a penchant for doing that. He takes what fans think are going to happen, and he's like, "Oh, fuck you guys, I'm going to do the opposite." So anyway, he's kind of had a track record of doing that, and not only that, but he is sorry, incredibly forgetful. Holy crap. That guy is I don't think he writes his story with like a clear ending in mind. I think he writes it as he goes. And if you have that thought in your mind as you're watching the show, it does make sense. Because as it goes, like things start to contradict themselves in big ways as the show continues. Like, Toriyama, were you just making this up as you were going? And I guarantee you that he was.
It was just like, what? I was high.
You guys were watching
I'm
it.
actually amazed. I'm actually amazed the story, especially Dragon Ball, turned out as coherent as it did, considering that he was just writing as he was going along. The fact that he was writing that way and it still turned out to make sense somewhat is kind of impressive if you think about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I got to give him props for that.
Now what I'm doing here now is I'm creating all the offices because the staff are the key. Did I choose Rita the Warden? Oh god.
Wait,
Uh,
Rita was the corrupt one, wasn't she?
Rita was the one that like ruled with an iron fucking fist.
Oh shit.
All right, I'll be right back. 1 second.
Okay.
It's not nice, Optimus. It's not nice.
Oh, I mean it is a prison full of women. Respect.
Nice. Can I be the warden?
Sure.
Yeah.
You can be the hot little red dress wearing one that carries a whip around.
Oh god.
That's what she does.
Well, those
Sure.
women are gonna have a lot of fun there.
Oh yeah. Why is oh holy there's easy ways to get outside. Why do you just go back and forth like a fucking retard? Oh my god. This is freaking ridiculous, I swear. Is it control? Yes, okay, it is control. Yes. We have to hire more staff because the incompetency of these contractors is astounding. I wish you was watching the stream right now. Like, this is like every contracting job ever.
I know, yeah, I'd want to be able to watch the screen too. I'm on my phone, unfortunately.
That's fine. Like, I mean, this is so therapeutic right now. I could just watch these 5, workers just go back and forth all day, wondering what the fuck to do because they can't access. They can't go outside and around to access where the pipe is or where the electrical cable is supposed to go. I've even queued it up to where the 3 competent workers is like top priority, so maybe they can get the fuck out. What did I say? I said this is top priority. There we go. Much better. And they're going back and forth again. Fantastic.
Oh God. Hey, Optimus. Once it's about 2 a.m., I may have to call it a night.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, well, that's like what 9 minutes from now for you.
Well, I mean, I might stick a little bit past that. It's just once it gets pretty much around 2 or something, I'm gonna be pretty tired by then. Is all I'm saying.
Right.
But okay. On a more serious note too, because I really don't, I just don't get how this is healthy in the long term. Okay, never mind. I'll go with this. Because there's an anti-feminist channel that I really used to be a fan of. Until he made this video saying open relationships are selfish.
Oh,
And
really?
yes, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna call bullshit on this. That's a fucking stupid thing to say. And I was like, you're calling this selfish? I'm like, how is monogamy not not just as bad? Because the way I looked at it is I said like, I don't know if I wrote this or not, but I was thinking it. I said, you know what, and with monogamy, people fuck around and they lie about it. At least in an open relationship, when they fuck around, at least they tell each other that they are. I was like, so which sounds worse to you?
Right. Well, at the I believe we've had this conversation before as well. The the different determinations of open relationships. The thing is, there's it can be construed as cheating, but not. But it's like if stipulations are met and you absolutely trust each other. A lot of people's going to be confusing it for fuck. With me, for an open relationship, or in my terms, polyamorous. Um, it's like they're being included full time into situation, not just as like a side woman or
Right,
side guy.
exactly. Yeah.
They're being brought in full time. Like, you are now part of the family. I'm fucking both of you. Get over it.
Right. Yeah. That's my understanding of it as well. There's nothing deceptive about it. I think you hit the nail on the head too. Just that derogatory insult, like, oh, you're a cuck or whatever. I'm like, I've never understood everyone's obsession with that. Honestly, I thought a cuck, in its exact definition, was a man that raises a child that he knows isn't his.
I thought they
Like,
were trying to make the chicken noise. Like, I honestly thought when everyone was calling them a cuck, I thought it was supposed to be a chicken noise.
well, I you're not totally wrong, but but I thought that's what the definition of it was. Wasn't Optimus was someone who's like a woman, like, sleeps with another guy, gets pregnant by him, and then goes back to, I guess, her regular guy, and then he's like, "Oh well, I don't care that you did this. I'll raise the child with you, even though it's not mine." Isn't I thought that's what a cuck was in its
I'm
most accurate definition.
I'm not sure, but it could also go in the way of like a guy watching his wife get fucked by another guy, like like
Aren't
cuckolding.
those? But aren't those are called swingers, aren't they? Isn't that swinging?
Well, it's only swinging if it's couples. We're talking like one girl, two guys, one guy isn't getting any, and that's the one that's in a relationship with him, and he's watching.
And okay, why should that? Why should a man be shamed for that if that's really what turns him on? Like, what's fucking wrong with that?
There's
I
nothing
don't
wrong with that
understand.
if that's their thing.
That's what I'm saying. So why the fuck is this being used as shaming language all of a sudden?
I'm not sure.
Maybe because people are getting yelled at for saying faggot so much. Like, if I had to guess anything,
Faggot, 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 fag. You take a large cock.
I don't. It's just I don't buy that whole thing about monogamy is just it's the source of virtue, and anything that doesn't abide by those standards is socially unacceptable. Like, fuck those people. Again, if feminism, if all it was women saying fuck off to traditionalism, I wouldn't give a shit. My real issue is has always been with traditional thinking, and this is just another symptom of it. If you're not monogamous, if you're not monogamous and you're not married and pumping out as many children as is physically possible, then shame on you. Like, fuck those people.
now
God.
I personally can't. I can't be anything other than monogamous. Like that's just the way I am. But I don't really. I mean, if you told me, oh, I have 7 girlfriends, I'm like, whatever. Do they all know?
Um,
What?
What? Maybe I'm confusing myself. Everyone. I don't know.
who did what
You're
with
talking
who for
about
how many
polygamy,
cookies?
aren't you?
Yeah, like I, as long as all parties concerned are all right with it, then I don't see any problem with it. I personally can't do it though.
I don't know. It's just in every other area of our lives we crave variety, and yet all of a sudden we're told when it comes to romance that we're not allowed to have any variety there. I that's never going to work. That's a recipe for disaster. It just is. And the only way I can see anyone going through with that is them either just being okay with the misery of craving something that they're never going to get, that they're going to be deprived of, and just for some reason be like, I'm okay with that misery, or I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Variety is healthy in every other area of our lives, but yeah, when it comes to the biggest decision, you know, spending our lives with a person, all of a sudden, like, no, now variety doesn't matter. All of a sudden, that makes zero fucking sense. It just doesn't.
Right.
It just doesn't. I mean, someone explain it. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Just eating the same fucking food, the same fucking restaurant. I mean, or listening to the same song, vacationing to the same spot. I mean, in no other area of our lives is that acceptable for us. Yet we're told with romance, it's all we're allowed to do. I don't. That doesn't seem healthy. It can't be healthy.
And like I said before, when it comes down to human nature, when it was like hunter gatherer, or even tribe, when we were evolving, you think they were just monogamous? No, it's a
Oh,
little
that's
fucking group of tribal people, or ape evolved or whatever, however you want to call it. you know, having
Why do
sex
you
with
why do you think the planet was able to be populated so quickly? Is because everybody was fucking.
like rabbits.
I mean, yeah. Do you honestly think that if two people were fucking and a baby didn't come out, that they were just going to be okay with being infertile? Like,
No,
oh, okay. I guess we couldn't
they
make a fucking baby.
they made the person an outcast. I mean that it was frowned upon. You know, if you couldn't provide a kid.
Well, and a lot, and these people, what people who study them today, they think these people were actually, know what we know today. These people didn't even know how babies were made. They didn't know where, like, how stuff worked, where babies came from. In fact, they've studied many tribes, so they actually discovered women slept with multiple men to capture the essence of each man in order to build her baby.
Right. Jax, do me a favor. Stop shoving the mic up your ass.
Sorry.
And Tristan made a little joke. If a hobo fucked a rabbit, would they make a hobbit?
Oh,
Yes.
I now you know what? Now I want to see that.
oh my God.
Like the Rule 34. That has to happen now.
Okay, hey, Optimus, I will say, how we said how everyone has a thing?
Yeah.
There's one thing I don't get, and I don't know what the fetish is called. I don't even know how I discovered this.
Oh
When I heard
boy.
about it, I was like, I can't get behind this. No, no, it's seriously one where people get off to seeing small animals get crushed to death.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
What's that called? See, you know what I'm talking about. It's actually a thing. And I'm like,
Yeah,
what
I don't
in
know
the
what it's
fuck?
called.
I don't know how they can get someone to do that for them, because there are videos of this that people can watch
Yeah?
and masturbate to, and someone is crushing an animal alive, and I'm like, how the fuck can somebody do that? Holy fuck!
Yeah, I know what you're
I,
talking. Oh God.
I
I'm
mean, Optimus, I'm all for people having choices, but that's a fucked up one, to be honest. I have no idea where the fuck that comes from.
I'm let's see, I don't condone it at all either.
But I hate that for them, because I know the feeling of seeing something and you just fucking like it. Like, you can decide later on whether you're going to ignore what you just felt or indulge in it. But that initial reaction to something you see, that is just there, right? I mean, I saw a damsel in distress scene when I was 5 years old, and I will never forget the scene itself and how I felt when I saw it. I was like, I fucking like what I'm looking at. I don't know why. I don't know why I
I
liked what I saw. I just did.
I don't know if anyone remembers this, but bum fights. It was a
Wait, wait,
it,
wait, wait. I think I know what you're talking
it was
about.
a
Oh,
major thing back in '06, '07. Um, they had a bunch of videos out where they would pay homeless people to have fights with other homeless people. It was like the fight club for the homeless. You know, the winner got like money or something, so that way
oh
they
my
could.
God.
And and the thing is, like, in it escalated from there. It went from bum fights to where they wanted to be a little more lax to um to where like they would get homeless people to do like crazy stunts. Like one would try and do a kickflip off a skateboard, and like he would like sideways he would like windmill himself in a nuts with a skateboard accidentally,
Oh,
and it was all funny, and it's like here you go, here's $60, you know.
yeah.
And like my initial reaction was like, I like this. I can't fap to it, but I like it, you know. Hey, SDG Games, how's it going? I don't think have I seen you in here before?
He doesn't sound familiar.
I'm taking a look at his channel. Um, I'm liking the pig as the channel art. I'm not sure why you would have that there, but that's pretty awesome. I, I don't. What?
I need to get an avatar still. I'm gonna have Jax make me one, but like, just need to. I don't know what I want to make. I don't know what I want it to be.
You don't know what it wanted to be?
Yeah.
How about a homeless person of, personification of Jax from League of Legends?
Nice. I
I'm
was
a,
gonna
I'm a
go with
homeless
like,
samurai.
I was gonna go with a picture of me looking like a big buff black guy, but with robot arms, like Jax
Na-
from Mortal Kombat.
Name LeBron.
Same LeBron.
How many have I don't staff. And yeah, I mean, and then like for me, it like relaxing things would be watching pimple popping videos while listening to classical
Oh my god.
That was
music.
almost weird, but then you threw in the classy bit.
Yeah, like classical music. Then all of a sudden it was fights without black people screaming "World Star."
World, World
Like
Star.
like like those fights where you just see this giant guy just go up against this scrawny little kid. This kid knocks him out in the one hit just because he connects the right way. I'm like, ooh,
Oh, that's beautiful.
gives me such a muffler. Because let's face
Oh.
it, those people screaming "World Star," it's like, shut up and let the fight fucking happen, dude.
I remember one time at my school, I was wearing my volunteer fire department gear like a dumb. It was the only thing. It was the warmest jacket I had, and it was cold. Well, this guy got into a fight, and the guy's girlfriend came out of nowhere. The other guy's girlfriend came out of nowhere and tased him. I'm like, oh fuck me. So of course I go over to check on him, and I point to my jacket. And I'm like, "Are you all right?" Like, it was fucking. I never understood why someone would pull a taser out in the middle of a fist fight.
Oh god. Hey, Optimus, I'm gonna have to call it a night, man. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, that's fine, man. I mean, it
I
was it
wish I could
was
stay up later. But
hey, it was fun having you on here, man.
I know. Hey, Jax, it's good to finally be on a hangout where you're actually here. It's good
Yeah,
to
good meet,
finally
man.
talk with you. Yeah, yeah, indeed. But sorry, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna. Are you gonna do this again tomorrow, Optimus, or
I do this every day.
every day? All right, cool, cool. Well, when this is done, I'll like it and watch the whole thing from start to finish. Okay, but thanks for having me on. And
You might watch it from start to finish.
No, no, no. Immortal is one of the only ones, perhaps the only one, who legitimately watches it all the way through, regardless if he just puts it up on his computer and plays it all the way through, and he does something while listening to my Barry White voice when I'm not fucking cold, having a fucking flu.
yeah.
Um, you
No, but
know,
because again, Jax, like that's important to watch. Watch time matters. So I try and do that for you, Optimus. I hope it helps.
dude, when my watch time jumps from like 10,000 to 25,000 in one day, yeah, it fucking helps.
All right, man. Well, hey, I'll watch this one as soon as it's published. It'll probably be in the morning. But again,
I
thanks for having me on, and I'll yeah. Sorry.
Hey, not a, no. It's. I was about to say it's not a problem. I figure. Hey, Psycho Patrick, how's it going? I figure with like I'm gonna switch things up from like now on. Anytime that I switch to a different game, um, I'm gonna actually stop the stream and then restart it with a different game each time because I get the feeling that with these 7, 8, 9 hour streams, I'm switching games 2 to 3 times each stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I figure, you You look at the title and it's like, oh, I'm gonna watch this game. What? There's 9 hours of it. Insane. And then you find out it's like 3 games in one series. You know.
Watch Gary's mod for about like 3 hours, then Factorio for another 10.
Are you
Yeah.
kidding me? Up next is Subnautica, dude.
Oh,
I am
I
hooked
really
on
like
that
that
game.
game the way it
And
looks.
guess what? I finally got the shit for Cyclops. I am in a Cyclops. I have decked that bitch out like it's, yeah, an Oldsmobile 556.
All right. Well, you guys have fun. I'll holler at you tomorrow, Optimus. All right.
All
Thanks
right.
again for having me on.
Hey,
All right. See
thank
you
you for
later.
being on.
Yeah, exactly. See you later, Jax.
Yeah.
See ya, Mortal.
All right. Bye.
Alrighty. So this is casual gaming, at least for now. And Mortal's one of my friends. You got no, literally. It took me forever. Watch yesterday's stream. It took me for fucking ever. I was legitimately pissed off that I could not find the parts. And then I wake up early today. No. Right after the stream yesterday, I'm like, I got the fucking parts. And then all of a sudden I build it, and I'm like, if you build it, they will come. Oh. Um,
Yes. I remember you getting super pissed throughout the whole stream.
yeah, I was like, it'd be nice if I could fucking find parts. Um, but no, it's and with today, it was casual because Immortal wanted on the stream. I wanted him on the stream. I probably wanted him on the stream more than he actually wanted to be on. So thank you again, Immortal, for that. Um, and he's just a really good friend of mine. And so when there's a lot of people, yeah, you can join in Hangouts now. Jax, go ahead, share the link.
Okay.
Um, but the fact is, like when he's in the streams, he doesn't get a chance to speak up. And one thing that I want to do is give the opportunity for people to speak up. If they can't and they feel, it's like, hey, I can't get a word in otherwise. Guess what? I'm gonna do an entire fucking stream with you and just you. You know, it's because I'm robotic like that.
Ah, 1 second. I'm sorry.
Right. And tomorrow's a special thing because a friend and a coworker of mine, Patrick, um, and I promised him tomorrow that I would do this. Tomorrow is actually let me see if I can find it because it was Battle Block Theater. Man,
What's that
him.
about?
I have no idea, but I'm gonna fucking find out. He got it for me. He was like, "Hey, let's play," and I was like, "Okay." And there he is.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. I'm Jack.
Yes. Hi there. Name's Patrick.
Yep. He's an awesome guy.
Yep.
So while you're on here, tell us all about Battle Block Theater, because I know shit about it, and so I need a little bit of scrolling before we do this tomorrow.
Sure. So Battle Block Theater is a game that's made by the same people that did Castle Crashers, but it's like it's a co-op platformer type of deal, and so basically you crash land on this it's gonna sound weird. You crash land on this island of cats who enslave you and make you go through obstacle courses for their entertainment essentially. And it's a co-op game because you help the other person like get through the course and everything. And the entire time it's narrated by this guy named Stamper, who's just I freaking love his voice. He makes the entire freaking game. It's just like well We're going to go through the cutscenes. We're not going to skip a single one, and you're just going to listen to the audible chocolate that is Stamper's voice.
Okay, yeah,
Now-
that's cool. I always, when playing a game for the first time, I always like to go through the cutscenes, and it always fucking pisses me off when people want to skip through them if it's multiplayer.
Good, man.
I might have to get this game now. I love Castle Crashers.
Yeah, it's not a beat 'em up though. It's well, there's some fighting and everything, but it's not the same game. I'll just say that it's just made by the same company. They do a lot of different things essentially. Like they just came up with a new game not too long ago called Pit People. I don't even know what that one's about, to be honest, but I'm probably going to pick it up at some point.
So the storyline is what, you just get imprisoned and now you run courses for their amazement?
Well, yeah, you and your friends, and oh yeah, I can't forget Hattie. Hattie I can't remember his full name. It was like Hattie McHatterson, I think it was. They also capture him and put this hat on him so while you're trying to escape the island, you're also trying to free your friend, who's Hattie. You know, he's the best friend of all, and
I have a best friend?
mm-hmm.
I love this game already!
It's a great
You have a best
fucking
friend
game.
in the Pokemon games, but
Uh,
he's always a dick.
As I key in on the lawyer here, researching death row.
You're researching Death Row.
Yeah, it enables me to do death row for like max facility, prisoners that I deem as, irrehensible and be like, oh, you're gonna be put to death. And it's an all-female, prison, so
Ah,
yeah.
When they break out into musical numbers.
Oh, then I kill them all.
Hmm.
I will build as many power generators needed as it takes to power that fucking thing, but they will all die. I will install an expressway.
But they had it coming.
the Galactic Space for us.
But they had it coming. Okay, so let's see here. You actually need to get a kitchen
So
going.
I'll be honest, I never actually played this game. I know some friends that are big fans of this game, but I never actually got into this myself.
Well, I like this because it forces you to think of convenient ways and like creative ways to, like be an architect. Granted, it's a prison type, game to where you're building, but it really forces you to think outside the box. Which, you think outside the box, you keep the prisoners inside the box. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So no
Don't lock
posters
anybody-
of Rita
don't lock up
Hayworth.
the brother of the architect who built part of it.
What's that?
I said no
the
posters
light-
of Rita Hayworth.
Coming.
Going. What? Okay, so what were you saying, Patrick?
I said no posters of Rita Hayworth anywhere then.
No. Not at all.
No no inside man that can get you everything.
They can try. I need to plan this.
Man, I could make like so many fucking prison references.
I know
Prison
you
movie
can.
references.
Da, 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 da.
So what happens if you get a Furion in on your jail cell there?
What's that?
What happens if you get a Furion in your jail cell there? How do you keep him in?
I don't.
You see,
Oh, one thing that I wish would fucking work?
what?
Mass Effect on what was the fucking platform? It wasn't Steam. It was the shitty platform.
Oh, Origin.
Origin, yeah. See, you knew it by shitty platform. Thing is, I got all the Mass Effects because I wanted to play it on PC and I wanted to stream it and I wanted to record it because I love the franchise so much. But Origin doesn't fucking work.
Yeah. Um, I kind of have an odd relationship with Mass Effect. I played around with the first one, and I am one of those people that tries to go through side quests first before going through the main quest.
Yeah.
But Mass Effect has way too many goddamn side quests.
That's one of
So
the best parts about it.
so it's just so it's like by the time I actually decide fucking get to the main quest, I'm like horrendously overpowered. Either that or it gets to a point where I'll play it and then at one point I die and then I just like put it down for like months. Like I haven't played through one of them.
Right.
It's not a rage quit thing. It's just like, okay, I've spent this many hours in it. I died. I think I'm done with this for a while. I
Oh
don't
yeah.
know what it is. It's just, yeah.
Oh yeah. I can get that. Let's see here. And then we do bridges. Yeah. Here we go. And
Man, I cannot wait. Like I'm watching you guys play this and everything like that, and all I can think of is like, when the hell are my parts going to get delivered?
that's right. Oh, by the way, since you're really excited and I know that you have a knack for like like stroking your own muffle for it, go ahead and tell the viewers what all the parts you got.
All right. Give me 1 second. Let me pull it up here. I know I have the list saved somewhere.
And by the way, this is official non-endorsement of Rip It Energy Fuel. Shit sucks. Don't buy it. Um, I just because I haven't had it and I wanted to try it out. I took one drink and I damn near threw it away.
Still
But
pulling it up. Give me a
yep.
sec.
But once you pull it up, go ahead and tell them. I'm gonna drain the muffler real quick.
All right then.
All right, I shall be back.
Ah, here it is. So, gotta love tax returns. I got Intel Core i7 6700K 4.0 gigahertz quad core processor, CPU cooler, cryo rig, motherboard MSI Z170A PC Mate ATX LGA 1151 motherboard, 16 gigabytes of RAM, 2.5 solid state drive, uh, terabyte hard drive, GeForce GTX 1060 6 gigabyte, Roswell Striker M-ATX mid-tower case, and finally the EVGA Supernova GT G2 550 watts. So yeah, all in all, pretty powerful freaking machine, and I can't wait for it to be put together.
And guess who gets to put it together?
That guy, the one you're talking to right now.
Yep. Can't wait for that one. Gonna play Tetris with the heatsink.
At
Yeah.
least, at least I'm making you do liquid cooling.
I don't mind liquid cooling.
It sounded like that would be a more complicated process for you. That's what it was trying to make it sound like at the very least.
Not really, because it has the tubes, it has a connector for the CPU, and then it has a block fan, which basically attaches to the back, and you just pump fans into it and everything. That's it.
To be honest, I kind of want to. If I ever actually go into liquid cooling and everything, I think that's a project I want to tackle myself because it just looks as fun as hell to assemble and put together and all that shit. Make sure all the, make sure it's free of leaks and all that. Being careful with it. But
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I would recommend liquid cooling. If you're beginner on it, just don't do it if you're a beginner, if it's a machine that you plan on keeping. So, it's like if you're working on sort of like a dummy project, yeah, go for it, because the first time around you're obviously going to have leaks. And then after that, once you get better and better, because there are different types, it's not universal, not one size fits all.
Yeah.
You gotta think outside the box to make sure that fits.
I thought that's exactly what the opposite of what you're doing right now, though.
What's up? Wait, outside the box on a video game, or like your build?
Yeah. For video game.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm thinking outside the box, to make sure, because the modular prison cell that I have going on, like it doesn't have a kitchen inside of it. So of course I have to. Air exploded 9,000. Yeah, I know. I have to make sure that a kitchen is set for that, and this is the difficulty of having like 2 headsets on at once.
I want to ask, but I don't think I should.
Oh, one headset is great for sound. Like I mean, I can hear the pin drop on a video game from like 5 miles away.
I guess that's more the hangout than your stream.
Yeah.
Let's say I guess I'm kind of biased and everything because I'm in the hangouts and everything, but I have a little bit of trouble trying to hear the sound. But I think that might be more my audio balance personally than the stream itself.
Well, on the
Parts of Architect.
Hold on a second. I might have something messed up.
No.
I have a. Okay, so that is the front mic, so it's not mine. There are no canteens accessible by this kitchen.
Canteens?
Okay, so canteens will be in the modular prison system.
They're trying to build a prison. They're trying to build a prison. They're trying to build a prison for you and me.
Something, I forget the words. No, I back in the day I used to know it and sing along to it, not a problem. But now it's just something like that.
It was just "Oh baby, you and me." That was like literally the next line.
Oh baby, you and me. Okay, yeah, there we go. Yeah.
What reason does Netflix drug policy?
Oh god! Oh god! Okay, stop it! Stop!
Sorry.
Look!
You exploded 9,000.
So, I swear, you do it at work, now you have to do it on my hangout. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Hey, it was just because you had Prison Architect. I couldn't help it. I'm not going to do the full freaking song.
Right. But no, Patrick is the go-to guy for random songs you never thought would actually have lyrics because they just blah, 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 and then he will quote every single lyric to you and then look at you like you're stupid for not knowing it.
It's a hit or miss thing. I mean, like, I listen to a lot of music. I mean, music, movies, games, that's my thing. And I can't, and my mind is wired to quote shit, and I hate it because at the same time, it can include people who I may not know before, but at the same time, it can also alienate people that I'm already familiar with. Like, perfect example, I did that with Flogging Molly song today, on a hangout chat.
Mm-hmm.
It was it was a Flogging Molly song and everything. I just like typed in some lyrics from it, and then this guy who I never really talked to that much finished up the lyrics for me. I'm just like, did we just become best friends?
And then you're like, yes, we just became best friends.
What movie is that from?
That's Step Brothers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh boy, look
Hey,
at the
my audio's
genders.
working now.
Your audio's
Yay!
working. Yay! So, I'm thinking Subnautica next.
Yes.
So,
The game that this stream has actually made me want to buy.
Subnautica.
yeah.
Might actually join in on my game on that with you.
Hey, feel free to.
I can't
Okay.
record right now because, you know what? Honestly, no, I don't think that's a good idea. To be streaming Hangout and Subnautica on my end, that's gonna bring my thing to a crawl. I'll just watch you guys.
No, that's fine. I mean, and like I encourage you to play while like the hangout. Like you don't necessarily need to stream it. Um, but like with my computer, it can handle all that and more. So I don't have a problem there. So what's gonna happen is I'm going to shut the stream down because Prison Architect will be back another day. This I promise. Just not tomorrow because I already promised Patrick my time. So, with that being said, I'm gonna let's see. You know what? This save game, I'm gonna name it after someone. Who am I gonna name it after? I'm gonna. You know what? Hold on a second. We'll do a collaboration. Psycho Short Mexican.
Psycho Short Mexican. I like it.
Another thing too. I'm not going to be sticking with that name too long. I'm actually going to be going under a new name under Twitch and everything. Like I've already made the account for it and everything. So once I get like my new PC set up and everything like that, it's just going to be like a brand new thing.
Right.
It's going to be Blue Resonance is what's going to be the name.
Mm-hmm. All right. So what's gonna happen now is I'm gonna shut down the stream, and then within anywhere between 2 to 5 minutes, I'm gonna restart it back up. So if you're really wanting to watch Subnautica, fucking tune in. You won't regret it. I guarantee you. I get pissed off at the smallest shit, and when I finally find something that I desperately need, I giggle like a fucking schoolgirl. Okay, so hey, yeah, Autobots. Yeah, don't worry, I'm gonna do that. But if you're just coming in, I'm shutting down the stream for a little while. Don't worry, 2 to 5 minutes only. I'm gonna start up Subnautica. We're gonna get into this shit. You're gonna watch me scream like a little girl when I come into contact with big jellyfish-looking motherfuckers that scare me out of nowhere, and we're gonna have a fun time. Okay, so until next time, Autobots, lick my ass. God damn it, Jack.
So do I need to refresh it or?
Oh, what happened? What happened? Is it not?
Oh wait, okay, nope, okay, we're good. I think
Are we good? Okay,
yep.
yep.
I refreshed.
Yep, okay, look. What is up, tit fuckers? This is part 2.
There we go.
Oh, it says stream resumed. Why does it say that? Son of a tit fuck. Okay, so
There it is. I see it.
Oh, it's on the same Prison Architect screen.
it's do me a favor, refresh it.
Refresh it again.
So
Oh wait, this ad?
my question is, you know what, I'd actually need to look this up because it's gonna bother me. It's gonna bother me if it just continued it instead of did another one. Yeah, it's continuing. So here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna try some shit and do some shit and drink some shit, and I'm gonna come back with a stream. So, until next time, Autobots, lick my ass.
Or are you not gonna do anything, Patrick?
Yeah, it's your turn to groan, man. Oh, he's
Oh.
gone. I don't. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Apparently he's gone. So Yeah, gonna come back at you here shortly, so don't go anywhere.